Okay. Hi everybody, Jim here. Welcome back to the channel. So I arrived at Clinton State Lake Park out in Lawrence, Kansas. So I'm going to be going over the setup of the tent and the campsite, and this will be part 2 of the SUV camping in our 21 Rogue SV. Again, we're out doing some SUV camping, and you know, I'm just going to get going. Okay, got different perspectives here on the videos. Hopefully I'm going to be catching everything. First thing I'm going to do, go ahead and get this tarp set up on the floor. And I kind of picked this level spot right here. It's kind of right by that little fire pit there, and you could see it's pretty level. It's a car. I'll fix all that up later, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it right here. Pretty good spot. Fortunately, there's no wind today, so hopefully get this set up pretty quick. All right. Let's set up just like that. All right. So I'm going to set this up that the door is facing that way, toward the pit there, and the car will be this way. All right, let's get going here. Here's our tent. Just talked about in part 1. It's the Napier back rows SUV tent. Brand new, right in the box. So, instructions before you begin. Select the smoothest, avoid areas, park the vehicle, okay, turn the engine off, yep. Clean and dry the tent, okay. So, it comes in this box here for shipping. I'm going to go ahead and remove that. Alright. Put that on there. Hold it down in case a breeze comes up. Take that off of there. Got these nice little straps here, holding it together. Alright. Undo the buckles there. Take those off, put them back in the bag. Here's the poles, some stakes. Let's set these aside for the moment. Alright, I know there's plenty of videos out there talking about this. Okay. This is the rain fly. I'll just set that aside for the moment. And if you look on the tent, there should be a designation. Talks about toward the vehicle. I got the tarp a little bit bigger, so I'll have a little landing spot here. I guess you can pull out a door. So if you look here, this is the boot that goes on the car. So I got to turn this. And face it that way because the car's over there. Huh? Corner has a couple of feet inside there. Again, you can see the boot for the vehicle. Alright, that's that part of the tent. And you can see the green areas here where you feed the poles through. So let's get the poles out. Nice little package here. Alright. Oh, that's pretty nice. Get these off of here. Again, it's nice that it's not any wind out here. Pretty nice lake though. I haven't been here before. Came out and drove around a few days ago to kind of check it out. So I'm just going to go and put these poles all together. This one is for the rainfly. And I'm going to set that right there. And here's your main poles. That's that one there. And we'll get the other one put together. Again, I've obviously seen many of these videos, but you know what? This is my adventure. I'm out here by myself this time. Adrian is at home. It's a little cold out here. It's probably in the mid 40s. So, yeah. I decided to give it a shot. Well, here we insert these poles into the green sleeves. There you go. Alright. Give it a feed over. Get it equal. Looks like a good start. A little bit more this way. Alright. I'm going to feed the other one in. And as you could tell, I am giving this the whirl and a shot and putting up the tent by myself. Alright. Yeah, I know. Probably there's easier ways to do it. Alright, get the corner straightened out again. I'll put the main one over top first. And as you can see, pole ends go on top of here. So, we're going to be doing like this. Okay. Oh, came up. Still in over there. Alright. Alright, let's get this one in. Okay. Yeah, that's for the most part the main part. And well, pull these a little bit more. Going up pretty good. Okay. Yeah. I mean, considering that one up relatively easily for just one person. Yep. So that's those poles. It looks pretty straight. Yep. Pretty happy with that. So then you come by Let's take these clips here, clip them on. Yeah. And again, there's the boot side for the SUV. Hey, there you go. Gotta go around and of course stake it down, which I'll do here in just a moment. But hey, look at that. Most part. There you go. Oh, not bad. Take this for now and roll it up. Fortunately, there's no bugs out here. Not right now. Just gonna put that around. Oops. Alright. Put that around there. Here. Not bad, not bad. So that went out fairly easy. All right. So now got my 10 stakes. There they are. Get my hammer. And I got a little bit more meaty 10 stakes. To use, as you can see, those 10 stakes in comparison to the ones that came with it. These, as a lot of folks have already commented on their videos, they just don't cut it. If you're going to put it in the grass in the backyard and there's no wind or nothing coming and the kids are going to play in it, sure. But no, I don't. As many people have said, I don't care for those. So I went to these. And the important part of staking down the tent is to make sure the seams are straight. So if you were to keep this seams taut so the water doesn't have an opportunity to gather on the seam. It says that the seams are sealed on this particular one, this Napier backroads. However, you know, let's be safer and sorry and just keep those taut. So, get one over here. Again, keep them taut, which is tight or snug. Put this down here. You know, I'm gonna take this back out. And I'm gonna do the corners first and keep that tension on those corners. Yeah. There you go. And come back and do the centers. Keep the tension taut on the corners. Yep. There's some rock down there. Yeah. Huh. Got the four corners in. Looks pretty taut or snug. Alright, so got the two in the front. Got some on the sides. Let's get this one back in. So I am going to, that one looks, yeah, huh. For the sake of it, I said I did this, not this thing. Now I'm gonna tuck it back under. So I can get these ties for these anchor points. I'll just use a welcome mat. Yep. Okay. Yep. Looks good. I think I got all the anchor points. Looks like it's set up good there. Huh. Just keep that off of there. Just go down here. I like the way that looks. Huh. All right. So that's that for that. I'll get the car in here. So here's the boot for the car. Okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay. So the rain fly I'll put on afterwards. Okay. But that's pretty much the tent there. Let's pull this stuff out of here. That's pretty much the tent though. It's a rain fly pole. Well, I'm gonna put that up. And you can see on there, vehicle side, right there. I'll read that, vehicle side. Again, fortunately there's no wind. Caught on there. Okay. Back to the vehicle side. I know, I've read. Seriously. Put some weight on it and then throw it over. Alright, where'd my designation go? There it is. Alright. Yep. I know. Hard way. That's me. Do it the hard way. Alright. That goes in there. One in there. So for the most part, that's the rain fly. I'll snug these off here in a moment. Yep. Well, the rain fly pole. Oh, you know, I just got this thing, and it looks like they sealed up these ends. Where the fly goes. It's supposed to go through there. Yeah, they did. See? Somebody went around and they closed them off. Huh. Alright, I'm going to put them in there. So, feed them through. Alright, put it in there. And then, see those little grommets right there? Feed inside there. Grommet right there. There. And this one came out. So, gotta keep a little pressure. Oh, nope, that one came out again. So, you gotta keep a little pressure on that one over there. And then, get that one in. Alright, there you go. A little bit of rain fly. Yeah, you know what? It could come out. And I've seen other folks talk about this. That could come out a little farther. Definitely. Because of the conch. You see how the top comes down there, and if it's raining, it's going to allow that to go right in there. And even if you pulled on this, that's as far as it goes, because the cord or the pole's in those grommets. That's how far as it goes out. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Yep. Look here. This is just an old bath mat. Yeah, I'm sure it'll get dirty, but hey, I can pick it up and shake it off and what stuff, you know. At least I can leave these stuff out here. I have to go in with my shoes on. But hey, that's pretty much it for that part. The tent is set up. And still got to get these for the rain fly. You know, I don't foresee any rain right now, but you never know. You know, I would think, no, I don't think, I know, I would actually change these over to a green, glowing, or fluorescent. I'll be tripping over these things. Black or white, I mean, yeah, okay, but look how that blends into the ground. I would change that over to a fluorescent green cord if it was me. Excuse me. So let's get these on and get them taut. But that's pretty much it for that part. Now let's get this vehicle backed in here and get that that boot on there. Okay. So here we are, putting the boot on to our SUV. So one thing I did notice, looking, you see the boot here. I wanted to attach it to our cross rail. That's a little short. So this is what I'm going to do. Oops. I'm going to put a bungee on there for now. Like that, and get it started. And this other one here. Like that. Get that one started. Get it taut. There. Oh, I'm with that laying down though, I believe. So I need to let out some slack. Yeah. Some rain will go under there if we don't. Right down like that. So, get this one pulled around. Yep. And pull that taut. Again, when I say taut, I mean tighten it. So, goes here, here, and get a little snug there. These kind of go down inside or on the wheel somewhere. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, look at that. I'll get the ones down there. Give this a little tightening here. Just kind of keep that snug there. Again, I'm just taking these and securing them in the wheel. Okay. Okay. And then you got the buckle down here. Just ran the car, so I wanted to make sure it wasn't hot in the tailpipe. These are underneath. Give them a little snug. snug. That looks good there. I'm going to snug this up a little bit more here. Alright. And I'm going to give this a little more of an angle. Grab onto. Nope. Alright. Then back down here, so I have these buckle here and down here. Snug that up. So, there we go. Not bad, looks good. I'm sure I'll have to do some later adjustments, but for the most part, it's on. So let's go inside and open up and see what it looks like. Alright. Again, got your little mat here. Not going in with my... I know, I'm a clean camper. Don't want to get any more dirt inside. That's just how I am. Alright, so there's the opening that we're going to be opening up for the back of the SUV. And again, you can see this in many places right there. Okay, and I can see one thing I need to fix. You can see where there's a gap with the boot there that would actually let wind or whatever in. So I'm gonna... Perfect. I think it looks fine. Okay, so then we got our little strap here that comes up and attaches around the closure. Keeps that up there. I'm gonna roll the net here. Put it down underneath. Yep. Maybe I'll just take those back out. That one. Put it on that one, just like that. So that one feeds back to the same one. Okay. So take this one. See, you got this one inside, and then this feeds to that same tie that you did for the main zip part, the panel. And then here, grab here. Alright. Sticks under there. Alright, there's the opening. Looks pretty good. Gonna hang a light there, fan, whatever you choose to do. And that's what I got going on for the moment. Alright, I'll be back in a few. So I'm going to put this mattress on, lay it out back here. There you go. Yeah, they want to come look at them little windows right there and see my feet. Hey, it's all good. Alright, trusty sheet there. Yeah. I know I use the word trusty a lot. It's the flannel sheet. Here's the mattress. We went over that in the equipment video I made earlier, posted up on the channel. This is just a twin mattress. It's just for me right now. When Adrian joins me, we'll probably put a cot over here and one of us sleep on that, because you know, 2 people on that twin mattress, no, it's not gonna work. All right, so this one came with a pump. A 12-volt pump. And you know what? The car has to be engaged or on. At least the power. See? Look, it won't work. Oh! Called me a liar. Okay. We'll do that. And let's see. It'll just pump right up. This one has a little nozzle in there. You gotta. I know it's noisy. Sorry. Like I said in my description for this channel, raw, unedited, and film it like it is. This pump fills this thing out very quickly. There you go. I got a nice stopper. So let me turn that off so you can hear me. Has a nice stopper in this particular one we bought. Keeps the air from coming back out. And you're trying to rush around and put that nozzle or that cover back on before all the other air comes back out. You know? A nice tight down. For me, I'm gonna try it at about that pressure. And see, right now it's all the way up against that console with the seats all the way up. Okay? There you go. That back in there. I'll pack that away to the side. No? Hey, easy peasy. Put this nice flannel sheet on there because you know it's gonna get cold out here. It's still winter. Yeah, still winter. But that'll be good. I'll fix that up later. But that's, you get the gist of it. That mattress fits back there good. 75 inches in length, this particular mattress. 39 inches in width. And again, you can see for 75 inches, it comes right to there. It's all the way up against the console, the center console. The width between those 2 side airbags that I pointed out in my first video is 44 inches. This at 39 inches, you got a little room. Okay. There you go. This is all the other things I went over. Of course, I got my pillows from home. And, you know, that's about it for the moment. So again, this is the tent. There's the sleeping quarters in there. And in here, you know, I got a table and such. And we're going to give this a try for a couple nights and see what happens. It looks like it came out okay. Again, I got to close up some of these side openings here. That should be flat, in my opinion. This, you know, should be down. That should be tied up against the car. But the body dimensions of the car are gonna, you know, each car is gonna be different probably. So, but anyway, that's the gist. All right, we'll be back with some other things here shortly for this adventure. We'll be out here for a couple days. Take care now. Okay, there it is, home away from home for a couple of days. You can see everything good. Yep. Rain fly's on. Again, I didn't tighten down the rain fly right yet. So I have to grab these cords and, you know, pull it away tight. Over here, pulling it this way. You want to keep that rain off from building up down on those seams, because if it just sits on the seams, normally it's just going to come right in. So this is what we got. Yep, night one. Okay. It's cooling off pretty good. See, the only thing I'm concerned with this particular Napier back roads is this boot. So, howdy buddy, welcome back. Here I am out at Clinton State Park in Lawrence, Kansas. This will be take 2 of my practical camping trip with the equipment outlined in the part number 1. So this will be kind of a culmination of my first attempt, the first outing a few weeks ago. Pretty cold. I had some technical difficulties with the cameras on my part. So what we're going to see in this video is going to be a culmination of some of the video from that trip and the video from this trip. And I'm kind of looking in the sun right now, so my eyes are probably squinting closed. So I'm going to go over some things that I determined from the first time out that I didn't catch right away on the cameras, but I did catch later on regarding the boot for the tent, the Napier Backroads tent, SUV tent. So I'm going to go over a couple things real quick with that and kind of show what I discovered, and then I'm going to get into doing some video on this this trip, and then hopefully put it together with the first trip of the video that's salvageable and go from there. So go ahead, stand by, and I'll be right back with you. All right, everybody. So I'm going to go over the 2021 Rogue and the outline of the body. And this is my perception. So as you can see, I have a level on top. And if you know anything about a level, you can see that bubble in there. It is leaned or all the way forward as far as level. But you can see how the Rogue is designed, the body line and the roof line. It comes back here, and then it goes and angles backwards as it goes that way. So my concern that I saw on my first endeavor in putting the boot for the tent on the vehicle, it was going to allow some water to come down through the roof line and come inside to where the sleeping quarters or the back or into the tent area. So you can see, like I said, I put that level up there to show how it is, and I'll kind of show, you can see the bubble there, and then if I lift this, there's level. Okay, so you can see the gap between the roof line and the bottom of the level. Caused me concern. Okay, so you can see as it goes down, water is going to go down here and go inside. So let me show you what I mean. So as we're inside here, you can see the level there. Water's going to come down, and in my opinion, it's going to come down in here and come here, travel down, and then when it gets here, it's going to spill out inside the tent because the boot of the tent is up underneath the bumper. So I brought some tubed sandbags that I had at home that are not filled up all the way, and I'll be going over that, kind of showing what I'm going to do to help mitigate if any rain comes down. You know, will it come down inside here? So we'll see what happens as I go through this. All right, so let's get going. Okay, everybody. So as I mentioned in the prior part of the video, I was concerned that the connection of the boot to the Rogue was going to cause water intrusion as if, or well, you know, when it rained. I showed you earlier the level of the vehicle. It slants back when it's on a level surface even. So my concern, it was going to come right down, go across the roof, go down, go around the back hatch door, and go right inside the tent. So what I've decided to do, give it a try. I've had these sandbags. So I just filled these sandbags, these tubular sandbags made of canvas, these ones. And I just laid them down across where the boot joins the vehicle, just behind the antenna. So you see it comes down, and the rail ends here. And hopefully if the raw water comes down, it'll come down around and go down out. So you can see it's the sandbags there. Their capacity is 25 pounds. I put about 20 pounds in each so I can still make it pliable. I'm using two 4-footers. This one's kind of going in front of the other one because it kind of goes down, but you can see what I did there. I just put it right along the seam where the elastic is, because I could see daylight when that was in there, and that concerned me. The water was going to again come down the roof line because of the way the vehicle's designed and go right in the side. So that's what I did. It hasn't rained, fortunately, so I'm going to leave that up there for now. Another thing I saw with this Napier tent, and it could be with a lot of the tents, is see the body contour? Yeah, it leaves an opening there because the rogue comes out and it comes down and then it goes out. So this doesn't lay flat, especially when the wind's blowing. This elastic doesn't hold it against there because it's pulling from up here, the car, down and pulls away from the vehicle and creates this opening here, and the wind goes right in there. Then it catches here. So I've tried different configurations of that, but somebody knows something different. It's pulling from the top to the bottom, and then you can see the straps are right into the wheel. So right now the boot's flopping around because I have the door closed. But again, that's what I've done to hopefully mitigate what I believe the water is going to come in. So give it a shot, try something different. If you know something better, yeah, let me know. Okay, here's it on the other side. You can see how it opens here and goes right inside. It's just wind, but you know, if water was get blowing sideways or something, it'd go right in there. So what I'm thinking of doing is taking some magnetic, they got some flat magnets, kind of like a paper magnet per se, attaching it to the canvas here, nylon, I should say. And then loosening up the strap down there, and then letting it just adhere to the side, kind of from all the way up here all the way down. It's one piece. We'll have to put some double-sided tape on the magnet, or some come with an adhesive backing. So I'm going to try that out. I think it'll work. So this is the vehicle setup. There you go. It's a Napier back roads tent. That's just the one we chose. And one addition to the equipment, if you notice down here, I got a 5-pound tank with the Mr. Heater 10-foot hose. Works out great. I used it last night. Using all those one can propane fuels, those 1-pounders. That's a lot of waste and a lot of stuff to carry around. So I picked this up. Works great. I figure on a low setting, based on what Mr. Heater says, for propane consumption on average, I should probably get about 25, maybe 30 hours on low, and maybe 12 to 15 hours if I'm lucky on high. So that's what one of the items I picked up. and I just leave it outside on this 10-foot hose. This is the first night using it, last night, today, whatever. Works great. So again, it's Napier. Back roads, a whole bunch of them out there. Ridgeline, you know, Ozark Trail. I mean, there's a bunch. But that's the one we picked. There it is on that side. Sorry about the noise. The wind's blowing. I got the foam on the mic on the medium mod here, but you probably still hear it. Apologize. Pretty windy out here today. I'm out at the Clinton State Park in Lawrence, Kansas. So again, that's what I've done with those. I put the sandbags. Yep. Everything's working out great so far. So I just wanted to go over that real quick, kind of give an overview. Got the 5-pound propane tank now, and I put the sandbags on the roof. That's just me probably being paranoid, but again, if someone knows something better, did something wrong, if I put this together wrong, I've looked at the instructions and watched the other folks put them together, and you know, I think it's just the design of this 21 Rogue. I'm pretty meticulous, so that's why I put the sandbags, and I'm going to put the magnets on the side of the boots. There you go. Hope you enjoyed it. It's kind of again a culmination of 2 different videos. Thanks for watching. I appreciate your time. Take care now.